Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome to the playoffs here in season number 6 in the Nashville Stars franchise. The Stars will face the Yankees for the second consecutive year as Toronto loses in this wildcard game again. They just can't get over this hump. The Yankees just have their number. They win this one 3-2. Walker Buehler versus Lucas Gill, and Gill barely got the best of Buehler. I mean, it was a pretty Lewis Gill. Why did I say Lucas? Lewis Gill, but ended up being in a close matchup. Another close win by the Yankees. And I got to say, the AL East has been dominating this series so far. I mean, we've pretty much claimed every playoff spot we could possibly claim. And looking at the Yankees, we already know who they are. They do have Garrett Cole at age 36 now. He is now down in the rotation at like their number 4. They also have Clark Schmidt, who is at age 31, going into an arbitration year. But Lewis Gill is going to be a free agent. Deivi Garcia is going to be a free agent. This Yankees team is going to look a whole lot different. The Hunter Thornton is the only young guy locked up for the long term, but they're going to be losing some guys that they've had for a lot of years. I think this could be the last year for the Yankees to truly compete, especially losing Gill and Garcia. So here we go, heading into the ALDS. Deivi Garcia gets the start for the Yankees. We will put Bradley McDougald on the mound today for us, as he has been pitching like our ace, even though rating-wise Troy Quincy is our ace. But here we go. A leadoff walk to start the game brings up Jonathan India to the plate. Hard ground ball to short. Easy double play. Tyson King starting at second base today. He's just a better hitter than Jimmy Sandoval is, so he did get the start over him. As that brings up Brian Reynolds, who had a career year, 42 home runs. This was a smart trade they made back in season 2 to get him, and he is paying dividends for this Yankees organization. But a ground ball to first. 1-2-3 inning. Carry Doss to Bradley McDougald. Willy Adames to the plate now. This is an off-speed pitch and hit up the middle right to Reynolds. And we start out this ALDS with a single. The top 6 hitters of our lineup, you got to fear them. I mean, there is so much power with these bats at the top. Bringing up Jarred Kelenic, who we have traded for at the trade deadline. He will be a free agent this offseason. He hits one well to center field. This one will get over the head of Brian Reynolds. It will score one. Kelenic over to second. I don't know why I said Kelenic. Kelenic will have a RBI double. That's a good way to start out this series. And we're not done. There's still no outs in the inning. Bringing up Rafael Devers to the plate. Now, this year, he didn't have much of a flashy year because he got out to a slow start. But here he is in the playoffs, one over the middle, deep to right center field. He barely misses that pitch. It's a fly ball, and Kelenic will move over to third base. That will bring up KFC, back-to-back Silver Slugger Award winner in the AL for a DH spot. He gets one high in the zone, and a check swing. And I'm not sure he went around, but the ump says he does. 2 outs as that brings up Carry Doss to the plate. Moves down to the 5 spot in the lineup, but still, he is a big bat. Ground ball to short and an easy throw. We only get 1 run out of that after a double by Kelenic. And now it's 1-0 as we move on to the top of the 3rd inning. Bradley McDougald jams the batter. Ground ball to short. And that one will be an out. Candelario was at the plate that time. Tamar Johnson at the plate, who was drafted back in season 1, finally starting in this lineup. And he is the DH in this lineup as well. And he hits one to the right side for the first hit of the ball game for the Yankees at this point. Orlando Arcia at the plate, and he will watch that one. Outside slider. Great location on that pitch. Bringing up the top of the lineup here, Ramon Urias at the plate. Ground ball to second. Tyson King on to first. It's an out. So Bradley McDougald is cruising through 3 as we move on to the 4th inning. Here's Jonathan India, who is just such a good hitter in the show. He hits one to right field. Nico Latonia got the start in right field because of his strong arm. And that means DTW can come off the bench and pinch hit later as the next batter comes up to the plate. That's Brian Reynolds, and that one will get to right field for a single and an overthrow by Nico Latonia. But now we have runners on second and first here for the Yankees. And this is a wild pitch in the dirt. It's blocked by Kurt Zambrano, who got the start behind the plate today, but will get both runners over into scoring position. Candelario continues his at-bat now. Hard hit ball up the middle. It bounces off the foot of Bradley McDougall. Throw on the first will not be in time. So we have a 1-1 ball game here as Candelario hits one hard up the middle, as that brings up Alejandro Kirk to the plate. He's signed in the offseason for a 5-year deal with the Yankees. He hits one high to center field. Kellenic, playing in center, will be under that one and get the throw in for the first out of the inning. Manuel Margot to the plate. He hits a slow roller in front of the plate. This one's thrown on to first, but McDougall does not take his time with the throw, and the throw is off. That's an E1, and now bases are loaded for Nick Salak as he gets an outside slider. That one will be strike 2. And the next pitch, high heater, and that is going to be strike 3. As that brings up Tamar Johnson here with 2 outs, a 1-2 pitch. High and in-tight fastball. Johnson flies it to left field, and what a play by Dante Wild. He ran a long way to get that one, and we do get out of that inning, only 1 run given up. We got kind of lucky there. KFC up in the 4th inning. Hard ground ball up the middle. Stopped by India, but it will be a single as we have a runner on first base here with 1 out. That brings up Kerry Doss to the plate, hitting in that 5 spot. 0 for 1 today with the ground out to short. He gets a hanger over the middle. That one is crushed. It's gone. Kerry Doss comes through with a 2-run shot to left field. 448, 111 exit velo. It was absolutely tattooed. And the Stars will take the 3-1 lead here to start out this ALDS Game 1. That will bring up Tyson King to the plate. 0 for 1 today. Outside fastball. That one could have went either way as this 4th inning does continue. Nico Latonia was in right field. We actually bring in Ramon Elgato to pinch hit. He hit 314, 908 OPS in the regular season with about 250 at-bats. I mean, he had an excellent season. He gets a hanger over the middle, a little late on this one, but a hard ground ball to first, but a good play over at first base, and that will end the inning. We move on to the bottom of the 5th inning. Now it's a 5-1 ball game. Garrett Cole comes into relief, and here is KFC to the plate. He hits one well up the middle, but the throw home will get the runner trying to get home on that one and get an extra run of insurance. So we move on to the top of the 6th. Now the Yankees are in a situation, men on first and second, and that's going to bring up Alejandro Kirk, I believe that was. He hits one well to right field, and that one will be a double. That was definitely not Alejandro Kirk. That was actually Manuel Margot. So a 5-2 ball game. Gratterall on the mound, ground ball up the middle, and that one will sneak through also. Now a 5-3 ball game. Kellenic gets the throw in, a little off. But now runners on the corners with 1 out. The Yankees are starting to come back here. Tamar Johnson at the plate, 1 for 2 today. He hits a ground ball to second. Tyson King on to second base. A little slow with the throw, and it's going to be safe at first, a fielder's choice. And another run comes across. It's now 5-4 as the Yankees coming back here in the 6th inning. But that's going to bring up Orlando Arcia. Ground ball to short. And Adames with a low throw, but a good scoop at first by Kerry Doss will get him. Bottom 6 now. Here's Tyson King at the plate. Man on first base. A fly ball to center field. And Brian Reynolds cannot get to this one. It looked like he had enough time to get under it, but Tyson King was able to get enough on that ball to get it over his glove in center field. That was a high pop-up. I'm surprised Reynolds couldn't get to it. We do eventually bring in DTW to pinch hit here with men on second and third, and he swings and misses at a low circle change. And now that brings up Brian Lacker to the plate here with 1 out. This one's a fly ball to short left field, and it stays in play here. I mean, it's caught here, not stays in play. That brings up Dante Wild. Can we get through this inning? No runs scored here. Runners on second and third, no outs. That brings up Dante Wild. Deep fly ball. Is it caught? It's gone. Dante Wild just gets enough on this one. It barely makes it over the glove of Manuel Margot. Just take another look. Incredible. As we move on to the ninth inning now, Nashville is in control. It's now a 10-4 ball game. But here is Derek Smith, who's been a AAA pitcher in our organization for the past 4 years now. He's just now good enough to get an appearance. But since now we have a couple of playoff spots here open for our bullpen, we decided to move him up. But right away, he's getting shelled. I mean, this is a reason maybe we didn't move him up, and now it's 10-5. I mean, it is a 5-run ball game, but Derek Smith has got to get through this. We're trying to save some arms here in the playoffs, but he loads up the bases in the top of the ninth. That brings in Ty Macklin. Now I had to use one of our arms here, and Macklin had a decent year. Obviously, one of his down years is that brings up Alejandro Kirk. Ground ball to second. Tyson King with a diving play. And that will end it here in game 1. A 10-5 victory here for your Stars. But a lot of scary moments in that game. I thought the Yankees were going to come back twice in that one, especially in that 6th inning. They had a 3-run 6th inning. We had a 3-run 6th inning. And that ended up doing it. We won 10-5 in a very close game. I mean, they had 12 hits. We had 12 hits. But Bradley McDougald got it done. Only 1 earned run today, and he was good. He was running out of gas, though, in the 5th inning. That's why we brought in Brusdar Graterol. As we move on to game number 2, Hunter Thornton on the mound here facing Troy Quincy. This is kind of a favorable matchup for us. Hunter Thornton is more of a strikeout pitcher, but his whip is always high because he does give up some hits. So here is Troy Quincy through 4. Nothing really doing here from the Yankees. They have 2 hits off of Quincy. And now we're into the 5th inning. And here's a solo home run here. And now Nashville takes the 1-0 lead. But Troy Quincy loads up the bases in the 6th. In the 5th, actually. Or that's the 6th inning. And he's able to get out of that inning. Willy Adames 2 for 4. And he hits a solo jack right there in the 7th inning. And now it is a 2-0 ball game. In India on second base, I decide to go to the bullpen, bring in Joel Payamps, and he gives up a single, and it's now a 2-1 game. They go to Clay Holmes out of their bullpen, and I think that was a mistake. Michael King gets brought in. He gives up a run. He gives up 3 runs, and we end up scoring 5 runs in the 8th inning, and we end up with the victory. Troy Quincy pitched a spectacular game, 7 1/3, .95 whip. He gave up 1. It was just a great game all around. And now we look for the sweep already. I mean, we have dominated here in the ALDS in this series. I don't think we've ever gone more than 4 games. I mean, it has just been incredible. And Jack Leiter will get the start here in game number 3, facing Clark Schmidt. Could this be another dominant performance by Nashville here in the first round of the playoffs? We'll have to see. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Next episode, we'll see if we can close out the Yankees for the 2nd straight year. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still trying to fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on.